in the match. This game, some more weird stuff going for Fada. Razor 5 position is what we get to play, but he has this amazing, I love this set actually. It's one of my favorite sets of all time.
Okay, I'm glad you brought that up because
looks great.
What you're saying is based on the set is how well he plays, how good the set is.
Yes. I'm asking me nothing on Sven, right? So
that is correct. I mean, he's played Razor as support before, so it's not the craziest thing in the world, but against, you know, versus any other team, obviously that is very weird. Speaking of also weird, even though we've seen him play it maybe once. I don't know how many times he's played in the DPC. I feel like I've only seen it once, but Abed, Mars mid, something that has not graced our presence in quite some time. What are your thoughts on that?
It can be really solid. I mean, as a mid-hero, you get a lot of levels, right? So you can use those levels to go gank side lanes. His ultimate can be very good to stop some of the range damage that's coming out from like a TA potentially. If he can blink and catch somebody like a Zeus and there's any silence or damage follow-up, that's a lot of kills in a lot of cases. So I think it has really solid potential. But as an offlaner, it definitely fell off. Team just kind of stopped having faith in it. Even though that on paper, the hero has really solid abilities, just as a laner, you know, once the armlet build got nerfed a couple times, it just hasn't been the same.
As he's taking a lot of damage in the mid lane. Yeah, will be interesting to see how this lane ends up shaping up, because these are the two, I think very clearly that Bryle's probably in that conversation. The best mids in NA for sure. It's kind of Quinn's calling card. He's known for getting every single rune. Even he admits it. Usually people don't admit it when they're lucky, but Quinn, very humble indeed. It's like all luck.
Well, he didn't get a lot of water runes last game due to the roaming that Crit did, so we'll see if he can do the same this game on the Marcy. Definitely a really nasty laner.
That is a first blood already, so about 10 minutes ahead of last game as Quincy crew are on the board first in game number 2.
Yeah, the offlane Tiny is something that a wildcard, for example, was using. They used one of the games today. It can be very effective because you're going to have a little bit higher net worth. You get to blink more reliably, and it can be effective as an offlaner. So, I don't know, Nature's Prophet has the vulnerabilities, certainly. If your opponents get too close to you, you're going to get killed in some cases. And Enchantress being against you and Tiny being very strong, definitely scary to get tossed back or ran down. And yeah, here's the other nice counter, too. You just enchant one of the treants, and you take away half of his skill point, and your treant ends up being stronger anyways because you get this extra damage. So, and armor bonus, too.
Yep, your War TP's back to the tier 1 tower, so Void's getting killed there. As we can see the mid lane CS, by the way, 15-6 versus 9-2. I know it's early, but Quinn off to an amazing start so far. And
I mean, that's really good.
I think even just the 6 denies is impressive. I know that Zeus has been changed a lot over the years. This is something that he could never do on the old Zeus.
Yeah,
but that base damage
has very good base damage. Yeah, he's got great base damage, but it's certainly Quinn just being a very good mid player that's led him to this situation here against Abed. But Abed should be fine. At later stages of the game, obviously, percentage base damage is very good against a strength hero like Mars. But on the bot lane here, Fada zoning out Nightfall decently. Nightfall sitting 12-2 versus Yawar's 14-4, and Fada also has 6 last hits actually, which is not too surprising. That's an easy way to secure range creeps when you've got like plus 60 damage here. So he's going to have boots at a good timing this game, unlike the previous one.
Yeah, totally different game this time. We're going to see the rebound into the dispose, so Fata taking heavy damage, but he's going to survive. And obviously this last pick from EG, the Death Prophet, kind of an answer for the refraction that's going to be coming from Yawar, because they didn't really have any damage over time.
Yeah. It's not the best Death Prophet pick. I mean, like you said, it's great for against Refraction. It's going to be great for tower pushing, something that it's nice to layer with the Nature's Prophet, but usually you love this hero when you're against a lot of tanky, high HP heroes. You are going to get gone on bottom here. Yeah, they actually don't. Okay, there's the mana.
Yep, that is a lot of damage, and the blocks come out from Crit, and this could lead to a kill. He's going to pop his wand, so he will be fine, as Fata's going to steal a bunch of damage from Crit, but you are still sitting quite low. And obviously with the changes to... wait, is that his salve? Was that his salve?
It was his salve, yep.
Okay.
Yep, he was ready to go.
That's the exact change I was talking about. Things
very important that you are prepped on those salves, I gotta say. Yawar's got his boots coming now too, so he'll be able to get away from these a little bit easier here.
And what is it with EG loving Dazzle so much? I feel like other teams don't really prioritize it nearly as much as them during this DPC.
Yeah. I would say that's true. I think Fly feels confident on it in the laning stage, number 1. That part is good about it. Grave is really effective too. If you have a net worth advantage, graving your allies makes your opponents like basically gets their chances of winning the game. Kind of like can really shut them out completely. Looking dead here.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage, and he does go down to the last right click despite Nightfall having almost no. Wait, he got the kill with literally 0 damage. Is that possible?
Did he hit him with Crypt Storm? I mean, he was Spirit Siphoned as well. Right? So.
He was, but I thought it tapered and it was the right click that got him. Maybe we can watch that another time, but that was weird. Oh, Thunder God's Wrath deletes Arteezy. That's the 2nd death for him. Obviously, he can get back really quick thanks to the multiple TP solution, but that is not a good start for Arteezy, for sure.
Yeah, that's probably one of the nastiest things about the fast, the mid Zeus is that you get that 6 at a good timing, and then you just solidify kind of 2 lanes. You give yourself gold, and then you take the carry out of the equation here. Oh, Leslie going for a nice TP here. Yep, would have been a decent pickup, but yeah, pretty safe for him to escape here. And so far, SVG having a great game.
All right, let's watch
MSS. I always do that one.
Spirit Siphon, Crypt Swarm, Spirit Siphon, it's off. That is a right click.
Wow.
With 0 damage.
Well, okay. 0 abs leading up to this moment is pretty solid. But Arteezy did steal that kill there, picking up the Fodder 1, so that'll help him recover a bit. And he's queuing up a Midas because he knows that he's a little bit behind. They're not going to be able to necessarily just tempo down Quincy crew like they did in the previous game.
Hand of Midas, so that'll slow things down a bit for him, which in theory opens up the farm potential for Yawar on the other side, but we'll see. Obviously, a lot of TAs. Go ahead, Perch.
Well, they're smoking mid, but Arteezy did a great job defending waves.
Yeah, we got the Mars Arena onto Quinn, and he is deleted. Rebuke finishes him off. Actually, Nightfall got the kill.
What I was saying, Arteezy was power denying creeps here. He does not want to push it towards the enemy tier 2. He wants to keep Yawar in the jungle, which is where he's gankable, and where his farm is not going to be as easy. So really like that he's doing this. He's now going to go mid, though.
Yep, some pressure to the tier 1 mid, but you can see the tier 1 top is just dying to mud golems, for God's sake, as Quincy crew now defending tier 1 mid. But there's the dispose. It's going to take a lot of damage and be brought down to the Crypt Swarm. But at the very least for Quincy crew, the tier 1 survives.
Yeah, they got great AoE there, so they can actually deal with the true.
Versus when played, which is rare, is usually going to be the off laner, not the mid. Looks like phase boots are going to be next for him. I mean, how do you even a blink dagger on crit? Actually, that's very nice. That's a new record, in fact, on this patch. Gracious, that is super fast. Sub 12-minute blink dagger on Marcy.
That's not Marcy's blink dagger. That's Abed's blink dagger.
All right,
Abed put the blink dagger on crit.
So production
to hide it while he killed the creep.
Production screwed me again. As Razor, Mr. Fata is done.
That would be insane if you're a 4-position hero and you got blink at 12 minutes.
Which would be ironic,
especially
because,
with full wand and trick.
Yeah, he was complaining on Twitter about how the assists don't really translate to a lot of money these days versus the CS from just creeps. As they're going to smoke up now, and Arena is available. So see if EG can find anybody. As you can see, Yawar has a blink for him. Yeah, Yawar gets stuck in the arena. The spear connects. He is surviving a decent amount of time, and reinforcements are coming, but no real saves because you're playing a position 5 Razor. Crit, it's getting a lot of damage stolen, but in the end, Yawar does fall. And even the TP out from Crit will be successful, so Fly might be the only sacrifice. The Plasma Field comes out, and a big Thunder God's Wrath deletes 2, and make it 3 as Quinn gets a triple kill. My goodness, that couldn't have been any more perfect for Quincy crew.
No kidding.
Gee.
At first I was like, man, why doesn't Quinn interrupt this TP? But he went for the better targets. He wanted that juicy bounty from all those cores on the EG side. Perfect circumstance. Even Yawar deciding like, I could maybe run away, but
what do you think about that?
Yeah, I think if he's a 4, it makes more sense for sure. I mean, Razor's damage this game is going to be basically a plasma field. So
MSS looking to tank the gank, as this was a full smoke from EG. Dispose is there, but the Avatos comes in with the ult from Quinn. That deletes Crit off the face of the map.
He's under attack.
As Nightfall, his exorcism's already popped, and MSS is just going to TP out. So EG getting absolutely nothing. That's a big cooldown. He's got no points in heal
or his ulti, so because he recognizes like I'm either going to die to Mars combo or Death Prophet ulti or Spirit Siphon. So
that's cool.
Yeah, the Dragonlance should be fine. He's just trying to do damage for his squad because a little bit more is certainly going to help. It's cool to see this. Moon Meander do it earlier today. You talk shit, and it was good.
Did I?
And this is going to be probably oh, totally, yeah.
What?
You're like, which blade?
You're talking
Ags,
about on
Wyvern.
Yeah, Wyvern. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yep.
I'll take that one on the chin. You know, respectable. There's 1K lead for Quincy Crew. Abed with another arena onto Quinn, and he is done. Static link from Fada, not going to be enough. And this is where you're seeing kind of the downside of having a Razor. Even though Fada's had a really good game thus far, they don't have any real save potential onto Quinn if he gets jumped. He just has to have the faster...
Both pretty quick. Committing an exorcism would definitely make it more equal, but it is kind of just TA on the Quincy Crew side, so that part is a bit of a bummer, even though they have the TA. But they went for the fast Deso. No BKB, no Blink Dagger on Yuar.
Oh,
and he is going to run into the end of his squad.
Yep, and he looks mega dead. He gets pinned to a tree. Arteezy has joined the party, and Yuar is, I mean, at the very least, he doesn't really lose much gold because he, like you said, just bought that Deso. But this could open up Roche for EG. 40 seconds of no Yuar. Just want to get some D-Ward action in and take full advantage of this exorcism, although we're going to try to find some more kills. Arena onto 2, and that is a successful spear. And that's a double kill for Nightfall. He does not have sex here, but we'll get Roshan instead, Purge.
But EG is going to go in.
They want to fight. This is going to be close, and there's the arena. Abed jumps into this. He gets the Aegis and the Roshan. It kills Leslau's courier. That's not very important. Not sure why I'm even talking about that right now, Purge. Leslau gets stuck inside the Sprout, and the Spirit Siphon should be enough to finish him off as EG win this fight big time, and even Crit is surviving with the Unleash. My goodness, Abed is out of control.
He actually is. The timing on that was so good. It pushes them right there.
It's like, oh my god, that's what that's a huge team fight win. And EG on the high ground, they're gonna pin yet another hero to a tree. This time it is the position 5 Fata Razor. Quinn looks like he might want to fight though. The trap does connect onto Abed, and there's the avalanche from Leslau with a newly picked up Echo Saber. Not enough to finish off Crit though, as now they're focusing down Leslau, and he is dead. Graves saves Crit in the end. BKB from Arteezy. He's gonna limp away with barely any HP, as Crit's still alive and coming in to fight off Yuar. Finally dies, but at the cost of Yuar, so Quincy Crew again losing every exchange in the last few minutes, as EG just playing out of control. They lose the Aegis, but great job from them.
They needed the Zeus ulti so bad. It's coming off cooldown just now. They got everyone so low. Yor did tons of damage. He got lots of side blade damage. Got Arteezy very, very low as well. And it took Quinn going back in.
A match of the DPC and have a chance not to make the major is insane. And Crit, speaking of insane, both him and Abed have been playing god tier Dota today. MSS will survive though, so that's a nice avalanche toss back from Leslau. So they will punish this.
Not bad. MSS finally chose the skills ulti there, and he's like, oh shit, I'm really hard to kill now.
Yeah.
The 160 attack speed, so wow, works out nicely. So yeah, they haven't lost any games prior to today, but keep in mind, EG lost their series at the absolute start of the season, so EG's also been playing extremely good.
Yeah.
Other than that first match they played, they lost against Nouns. That was it could have been EG coming in today. They keep in mind they roster swapped right before that match, basically. So yeah, maybe they weren't looking as good as Quincy on paper, but it was only a matter of time until they recovered, and that's why they look so good today.
Yep, and part of that transition time for them, obviously, like you said, the roster swap, it was, I mean, they brought back Fly, which that shouldn't be that big of a transition, but then again, he'd never played with Nightfall, I don't think, right? Or actually trying to...
Here, but every game against EG so far, they really put them under the fire while they're trying to finish their BKB. They've done such a good job of exploiting that.
Now Leslau get a nice pick up on the fly, so no grave to come, but he can take heavy damage as a result. Big damage coming out from Abed. He gets the arena, but dies shortly after, so this could be a good fight for Quincy Crew as Arteezy attempting to TP out, but no. Fata with the double kill. He's looking like the carry this game. Triple kill for your position 5 Razor. Obviously, Roche won't be up anytime soon, but we'll see how much pushing they can do in the meantime.
On the EG side, trying to position to make sure they do not get ran over again now that Quincy has controlled the high ground. Again, they're checking Roche. They'll toss Roche up in 35 seconds here. But decent positioning for Quincy, and they've got BKB on Tiny as well, so great triple BKB timing for them. Ooh. Looks
Double
like Echo
Force
Saber
Staff.
being recomplated too.
Force Staff
Okay.
and the Hurricane Pike on Quincy Crew's side for the Razor and Enchantress respectively. So a lot more mobility. Is going to see another smoke, this time from Quincy Crew, as the Echo Saber is reassembled for Leslau, but Crit starting the fight off, but the arena is already in place. Doesn't find anybody. Abed has to walk away in shame, and now he's going to have to TP away in shame. At least he'll live through the engagement. No, he's staying around. He actually pops his spear, but not going to connect onto anybody. The Sprout going to keep Enchantress inside for now. As Arteezy with the BKB. Very little damage, very little anything has happened in this fight, as there's a huge avalanche from Leslau with the toss to follow, as Jawar doing so much damage, not able to actually get a kill though, as Abed segregated from his team, and he is the first to fall, and that is a big kill for Quincy Crew. And like you said, Roshan is up. If they can find another kill, that'll be nice, but Roshan is definitely what's on their mind. Double kill for Jawar as Fly takes a tumble, and into the pit they go.
Shan, I agree. That's really good against Spider Legs, by the way, because this allows him to break the trees whenever he gets sprouted. I wouldn't be surprised if he sits on this item for the rest of the game. You know, it's Phase Boots. Phase Boots is one of the counters against Nature's Prophet, so he's got to be happy with this.
Wait, how does that work against the leash though?
Leash just stops you from...
is under attack.
I think, doesn't it just stop you from, like, using, like, mobility skills and stuff? It doesn't, like, force you to stay in the sprout, if I'm not mistaken. It's more like, it's like an Atos sort of thing. Not Atos exactly, but, you know, it kind of like Dream Coil, kind of. It's like you can still move, but you can't use a lot of mobility skills.
All right, I'll take your word for it.
That's my understanding how it works.
I was under the assumption it would not work, but I guess we'll see either way. As Quinn is going to scout things out. He does have his Aghanim Scepter and Shard. He's had that for quite a while now. And also has
25 too.
Yeah, the 25 talent, which is a 325 AoE Lightning Bolt, which is super strong.
Yeah. He needs it against the split push stuff. But he's a great solution against the trees percentage-based damage. They're running at the enemy squad where they were. They could get Fly. No blink just yet.
On the other side is Leslau has an opening and an instant BKB from Abed. Nimbus is placed on top of Nightfall, but the BKBs come out. Leslau's the first casualty here for Quincy Crew, and that's the buyback. So EG now resetting completely with this 4K lead.
Okay.
Pipe for the first time this patch. Where has this item been?
Really?
My goodness.
I mean, you kind of need it against a Zeus, actually. It's an excellent item. Really reduces that Zeus ult damage. That's part of the reason they were losing those mid-game fights once the BKB comes out, so kind of a cool pickup here for Fly. But I really thought the Leslau would press BKB there. He did not. He hesitated. He ended up getting double speared.
Yeah. Refresher Shard and Roche is up, but obviously probably a bigger pickoff is needed. I say that, but Quincy Crew's still going to go for it as MSS trying to create some space along with Fata, preventing those blink daggers from coming in, but you can see the rest of EG kind of maneuvering towards the north, but Quincy Crew trying to counteract this. Fata gets placed on the high ground, and he is blown up. Nope, he actually forced that to safety. He's going to live for now. Nope, finally drops to that Crypt Swarm. As the rest of the fight ensues, Leslau's BKB about to end. Roche at half HP, and now that prompts the buyback from Fata. Big Thunder God's Wrath. Crit getting extremely low. Nimbus not quite enough to finish him off thanks to that grave from Fly. As the Avalanche doing work against Arteezy. He's at half HP. He's trying to man up, but he's not doing anything at this stage. He's going to get teamed up on a 3 versus 1 against Arteezy. And he's going to get grabbed at the last moment. Beautifully done from Fly. And Arteezy will TP out to safety. Just barely gets out as Nightfall attempting the same. But either way, this should leave Roche open for Quincy Crew to take. As finally they're able to net themselves a valuable kill onto Abed as Fly gets deleted. So 3 dead for EG. Quincy Crew are going to get Roche, which includes that Refresher Shard. And I think this is going to put them in the driver's seat. Equipped. Okay, you do. I was going to say, maybe you leave this in your backpack for when you're actually trying to split push, take out some buildings. As Jawar, he does not have Aegis. He has the cheese, and he's done. My goodness. EG get a very big pickoff. But Quinn, with that Refresher Orb, doing a lot of damage. They're not going to find a kill as of yet. And this is going to turn around onto a kill against Quinn. That is just the Aegis, though. But again, EG in a really good spot to try to take him out again. He's going to use the Heavenly Jump, but there is the Sprout, the buyback from Jawar. This is a really important fight. As look at the damage coming out from MSS, but he's out of the grave a little bit premature. But Quinn looks like he's going to get away safely as Jawar. This would be a dieback if he ends up dropping. But Fata doing a lot of damage against Arteezy inside that Nimbus, and they finally find that kill. He does have buyback as Fly forced to grave himself, but likely will fall in the end here. So a little bit weird fight, at least at the beginning for Quincy crew, but despite the buybacks, it looks like they win it, because they're going to force out at the very least more buybacks from EG.
Is under attack.
Nightfall has nothing left in the tank, really. Refresher used, BKBs are on cooldown. They're going to try to delay it with just the Dazzle one here. Arteezy doesn't have BKB for 40 seconds. Abed's in position, though, from the side. He sold some items here, it looks like.
Really?
Just BKB Refresher.
Okay.
Dire's middle tower.
Yeah, they're just waiting for this big arena into double buyback, I'm sure. As you are in company, able to take out the tier 3. Of course, EG don't have to technically fight right away, as Quincy crew cannot get the mega creeps. They can get top and mid, so they will get mid uncontested. But there's the smoke from EG, so this illustrates the fact that EG will probably use both buybacks here in just a moment. Abed gonna try to go around from the south. And oh, Fata doing such a good job of breaking another smoke. He'll be the sacrifice. And there's the double buyback from EG. And Fata and company likely will try to get out, but they're going to try to fight Abed for the time being. He's going to get the arena off, but Quinn on the outside. He actually dodges the spear, but there's the second arena. And now the focus is on Quinn, who is likely going to fall 125 seconds on the deck. Now the focus turns to the Enchantress as MSS will he has a Shivas, for God's sake. It's gonna take a while, but he does die. He has buyback though, as Fata
Can he sprout him?
TPing out. The Sprout cancels the TP, and that is 2 dead with no buyback, as a double damage rune is in the bot river.
It looked great for Quincy, but that double ulti against the Zeus eventually catches him, and now they have a little window here. Only 3 alive for Quincy crew when the buyback comes for Enchantress. Can they defend this? They've got Exorcism, they've got Refresher on Death Prophet soon as well. They still got Grave, they've got Pipe. They gotta delay this.
Yep, and all the outer buildings are dead, so they can go for Megas, they can go for Throne, knowing that this is a dieback on Quinn. So the tier 3 dead right off the bat.
They're going in.
And looks like they're gonna get the Treants in position, but Yawar can take those out pretty quickly. But you can see the attack speed coming from Arteezy with that leveler. Finally the fortification comes out, but still a full minute without 2 members of their squad. It's Nightfall with his Shivas ready to go. Exorcism still online. That is 1 tier 4 dead, as MSS and company trying to stay alive. Of course, if they lose this, then they'll be in the tiebreakers. As MSS gonna get gone on by Nightfall, is getting the triple Spirit Siphon out, gets the BKB as well. Abed with the arena onto 2, looking for the kill onto Leslau. Looks like he might get out for the time being, but Nightfall ends up getting the Blink Dagger in tow, and that's 3 dead for Quincy crew as Yawar forced to try to fight this out, but looks like this game is gonna go to EG as they focus on the Ancient. And this is a 2-0 for EG, as Quincy crew are now tied for first place with EG and Nouns, which means there's going to be a 3-way tie.